Hi guys, it's Mr. Salama here. Today what we're going to look at is equations involving fractions, and we're going to look at a particular question that involves multiple fractions and what we need to do to come up with the solution that we need. Now with equations, as you've been told many times before, it's all about resolving for the unknown, whether it's x, a, m, whatever I use. Now to do so involves many different steps, and obviously depending on the type of questions that you get, you need to come up with the right process for it. So today we're going to take a closer look at equations involving fractions. So here's a particular question that I want you to look at with me. 3x on 2 minus x is equal to x plus 1 on 3 minus 5. So it's a very straightforward question, involves 4 different parts. So this question has 4 parts and it has 2 fractions. So you've got one fraction with a denominator of 2 and another fraction with a denominator of 3. So what we need to look at here is, what can I do to get rid of my denominator? That's my first step. I need to remove the 2 and the 3. So now to do so, I'm thinking of a number that 2 and 3 go into. That number is obviously 6. So what I'm going to do, first of all, before I continue, I'm going to bracket my 4 sections in my equation. Then I'm going to go ahead and multiply each of these sections by that number 6 that we chose a few seconds ago. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask myself a very simple question. If I have a denominator, then I see how many times does the denominator go into that number. So in the first section, 2 goes into 6 3 times. Now when we get to the second one, you might look at this and say, sir, there's no denominator. It doesn't mean it's 0. There is a denominator, it's invisible. It's an invisible 1. So whenever you get a number on its own or a pronumeral with no denominator, always remember it's always over 1. So that it's x over 1 and 5 over 1. So if we go back to our process, 1 goes into 6, obviously 6 times. In the next part, 3 goes into 6, 2 times. And finally 1 goes into 6, 6 times again. Then what we're going to do, take the number that we have, the result of us simplifying, and multiply it by what's inside the bracket. So we have the first part, 3 times 3x. That's going to give me 9x. Then I have 6 times x. That's going to give me 6x equal to 2 times x plus 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually write it as 2 outside of x plus 1. And I'm going to expand that in a few seconds. Then I have a minus followed by 6 times 5. You can write 6 times 5, or you can write 30 in this case. Collect the like terms and expand at the same time. 9x minus 6x is 3x. Right hand side, we have 2 outside of x plus 1. Don't forget, it's 2 times x, then 2 times positive 1. Therefore, I'm going to get 2x plus 2 minus 30. Simplifying this further, collecting the like terms, 2 minus 30 is minus 28, so I'll end up with 2x minus 28, and this side will be 3x. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually subtract 2x from both of these sides, and I'll end up with x, and on the other side I'll have minus 28. And I don't have to simplify any further because I have x. If I had a multiple of x, then I would have went a bit further and divided the two sides by the number of x's. But since I have 1x, I'm done. So my answer is x equals minus 28. I hope this video has helped, and I'll see you in my next video.